Start.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Vikram Mani from SYNTC, ready to host the Pretopic talks, that is the activity of the page portal. So for that, firstly, I would like to call Saurabh.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saurav Maske from TYENTC. I am going to talk on India's focus on health sector. According to World Health Organization, health is a state of complete physical, mental, social well-being of a person and not only the absence of disease. Now, as we know, the health is also a human right. In India, healthcare sector is one of the largest sector in terms of employment as well as revenue. Healthcare market of India can increase up to 8.6 trillion rupees by 2022. In budget 2021, India expenditure on healthcare market was about 1.2% of total GDP. In 2020 glance report, in 2029, nearly 7 lakh foreign tourists came to India for medical treatment. India has been ranked 10th for medical tourism index among 46 different nations. India's healthcare infrastructure is expected to reach nearly 350 billion US dollars by 2022. As we in India, the healthcare sector, it is immensely successful over a few years. As we can see, the life expectancy rate has been increased to 65 years and death rates have also been dropped. There are many projects launched by Indian government. Recently, India has signed 40 million US dollar project with government of Meghalaya and World Bank for people of Meghalaya. Many projects like Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, Medicine from Sky was launched. The drones were used to drop the medical equipments where they are needed. Nearly 11.9 lakh health IDs, many doctors and nearly 1500 facilities are registered on National Digital Health Mission platform. We also shared our vaccine product with 95 different nations. As of November 2021, 638 e-hospitals were established across India under Digital India Mission. India is full of opportunities when it comes to medical industry. Many businesses are investing in India's medical sector, and it will have a huge positive impact on our country. Also, India is expected to increase its expenditure on medical sector up to 2.5% of total GDP by 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Saurav, for your information regarding the health sector. Next, I would like to call Prathamesh.
Thank you, Vikram. My name is Prathamesh Herwadkar, and my topic name is online education. In this era of technology, online education system of learning turns out to be more and more popular worldwide. Many traditional schools and universities started to share their courses all through the online education. They started classes of online. Students are attending the online classes from ease of their home. Online education method of learning presents an easy and comfortable method to achieve knowledge. Online classes now have become great alternative to traditional classes. It has numerous advantages, but at the same time, online classes have some disadvantages too. First, let's go through some advantages. Although many people still consider traditional classes as the best way of learning, but in this technological age, online classes system of learning provides great alternative to traditional classes. Online education of learning helps participants to learn whenever they want to learn, leaving them the freedom to choose the time to study. Many schools, institutions, and universities are providing free online classes free of cost. All this comes with some disadvantages too. At school or in traditional class systems, students learn how to make friends, how to behave with teachers and friends, how to get rid of disappointments, etc. The main work of personality development of students can be done through traditional classes only. Thank you.
Thank you, Prathamesh. It was great to listen about online classes from you. Next, I would like to call Omkar.
Thank you, Vikram. I'm Omkar Sutar. I'm going to talk about my subject, uh, life without phone. It's been more than a century since Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone in 1876. Over the past few decades, phones were made affordable to the common people, and now they are the popular form of communication. Instant communication is made possible through phones. We are not so dependent on phones that it is difficult to imagine a life without phone. Without phones, a life would have been the same as few decades ago, where people used letters to communicate, or perhaps a new type of communication tool would have emerged. The phone is helping in transferring our societies into inclusive societies. It is quite beneficial for differentially abled people and senior citizens to live independently, not just for communication, but phones are now used for many purposes. They made our lives easier with the advancement of mobile phone technologies. Now we can order things by phone, make payments, etc. Without phones, these things would have consumed more time. Mobile phones are life saving in emergencies. Without phones, many lives would have been lost due to the delay in informing. People who lived before the era of the phone may be able to cope up with a life without phones because they are already used to it. But the generation was born after phones have become a common thing can find it difficult to live without phones. Life without phone is very difficult in the present times because now we are so dependent on phones for communication. But once in a while, switching off the phones helps us to reclaim our time and to focus ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Omkar. It was delightful to listen your views. Next, I would like to call Shubham.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shubham Shankarao Kastra. I am from CYENTC. Today, I am going to talk on tourism in India. Tourism is one of the world's fastest growing sector. It is critical to a country's economic growth. Uh, India is one of the Asia's most popular tourist destinations. India, bounded in the north by the Himalayan mountains and surrounded on three sides by water, has a diverse variety of places to visit and things to do. India is a breathtaking country because of its enhancing backwaters, hill stations, and deserts. Many large cities in India have beautiful world-class skyscrapers. Our country is home to magnificent Taj Mahal, the magnificent Himalayan ranges, the Royal Bengal tiger, the Lotus Temple, the Kashi Vishwanath Temple, and the India Gate, the Red Fort of Delhi, Fatehpur Sikri, Agra, Humayun Tomb, Qutub Minar, etc. Other famous tourist destinations in India include Srinagar, Goa, Shimla, Kurg, Kashmir, Uti, Darjeeling, Kaziranga, Varanasi, etc. Uh, Tourism in India is now sponsored by the Tourism Department on an international land and domestic basis with the support of several Bollywood celebrities. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Shubham, for sharing your views regarding the tourism of India. Next, I would like to call Digvijay.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Digvijay, and I am going to talk on the topic data is the new oil. We know that oil is one of the most important resources for humanity. However, in this era of the fourth industrial revolution, which involves innovation, technology, and artificial intelligence, a new oil has emerged. Data is the new oil of digital era. Just like oil, which is worth more when transferred into more constructive objects, when data is processed, analyzed, and utilized efficiently and instantly, it will have much more greater value. Data is usually analyzed for insights to help organizations make informed decisions and adjust their strategy. The volumes of data created and used in making business decisions support the thriving big data companies and have a great impact on many industries, both government and non-government, including education, tourism, banking and e-commerce, healthcare, finance and more. Organizations need to leverage data for a better understanding of market conditions, as it can be used to determine and uncover the customer's purchase patterns, budgets, as well as growth predictions and profits. This is why it is believed that is data scientist is the most demanding position nowadays and most attractive job of 21st century, according to Google. When Jeff Bezos started Amazon, his intentions were to gather data on shopkeepers through selling books close to cost to increase sales. Collecting millions of customers' data helped the company to learn how to sell everything else online. A customer acquisition strategy was achieved through data collection. Predictive intelligence, for instance, helps the economy and business by tracking people's location, interpreting the data collected, and analyzing patterns on how consumers move around cities to build facilities such as malls, supermarkets, and recreate centers. However, unlike oil, which is a scarce commodity, data is a fast growing industry and is infinite. It can be used, reused, and will never lose its value. It has a hard to calculate exact amount of data used. Not less, it is estimated that 2.5 quintillion bytes of data are produced every day, and that by this year, that is 2025, 468 exabytes of data was being generated daily. The swift development of digitalization adds to the persistent growth universal data domain. The statistics are astonishing. According to Mark Zuckerberg, WhatsApp is now delivering over 100 billion messages every day with more than estimated 2 billion users globally. Google processes over 3.5 billion searches per day. These are 306.4 billion emails sent and 500 million tweets daily. With an increase in data usage, we have to be ahead of the curve in terms of cybersecurity, fraud, and ensuring privacy and security in the cloud and on-site. Many of us sign up and open accounts at Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Apple, Microsoft, giving up private information and accepting the terms of use without even reading them. We never think of how much our personal data is worth. Every single step is being tracked through our devices. For example, daily search, timeline, and location tracking will be used to generate revenue. Such valuable information is being sold to marketing and advertising companies and used without our knowledge or consent. Just like oil is at its beginning, data needs to be regulated, legislated, and have its flow controlled. In addition to setting data ownership rules and data infrastructure policies, it is crucial that customers know what data is being used and how. By and large, data are the basics of all advanced analysis, artificial intelligence, machine and deep learning, helps to measure and assess things to be able to improve, develop, and solve problems. With regards to data's economic value, organizations and companies should be digital and data driven, as data is the dominant resource of digital economy. Having a management information system will help leaders take crucial decisions at ease. Thank you. This is from my side.
Thank you, Digvijay, for sharing your immense knowledge about data. Next, I would like to call Gajanan.
Thank you, Vikram. Good afternoon, all. My name is Gajanan Naragode, and my topic is India's stance in world economy. India is basically middle income developing mixed economy. It is the world's sixth largest economy by nominal GDP and third largest by the purchasing power parity. And from independence in 1947 until the 1991, successive Indian government have adopted the economic policy mainly based on the socialist policy. With this extensive state regulation, state intervention, and the economic regulation. In 1991, after the major economic crisis, India has officially ended its license Raj and adopted the policies of economic liberalization. And from there on, the Indian economy has achieved the greater heights of success. India is currently fastest growing economy in the world. India's economy is estimated to grow at 9.2% compared to the contraction of 7.3 in the previous fixture. According to the government data, this improvement in this growth is occurred mainly due to the improvement of performance in the agricultural sector and the manufacturing sector. India recently has become the 3 trillion economy. It took only 5 years for India to move from 2 trillion to 3 trillion. It earlier It took 12 years to move from 1 trillion to 2 trillion. The Center for Economics and Business Research has predicted that India will become the third largest economy by 2031. And it will surpass the Japan and become Asia's second largest economy. India's nominal GDP is likely to cross 8 trillion mark by 2030. Long-term growth perspective of Indian economy is largely positive due to its young population, largest working population, and political stability in the country. India also has the budding consumer market, also world fastest service sector and massive agricultural industry. Although the future looks brighter for the Indian economy, there are certain challenges which India needs to look upon and tackle them strategically. The eradication of poverty, unemployment, control the rising prices of commodities, inflation, economic growth along with the population growth are the some of the major challenges which before the Indian economy. According to some people, if India stays on a track, it could become the world's largest economy by 2050. Historically, also India was the largest economy in the world from first century until the 19th century. Uh, Hope it will happen very soon. And if India grows, the rest of world will also grow. Thank you.
Thank you, Gajanan, for educating us with your vast knowledge regarding the economy. Next, I would like to call Deep.
Thank you, Vikram. Hello, everyone. My name is Deep Gurling Bensure. Today, I am going to talk about the topic named India-US relations. India-US bilateral relations have developed into a global strategic partnership based on the shared democratic values and increasing convergence of interest on bilateral, regional, and global issues. The emphasis placed by the government in India on development and good governance has created opportunity to reinvigorate bilateral ties and enhance cooperation under the motto Chale Saath Saath, Forward Together We Go, and Sanja Prayas, Sabka Vikas, adopted during the first two summits of Prime Minister Modi and President Obama in September 2014 and January 2015, respectively. The summit level joint statement issued in June 2016 called the India US relationship an enduring global partners in the 21st century. Regular exchange of high level political visits has provided sustained momentum to bilateral cooperation. While the wide-ranging and ever-expanding dialogue architecture has established a long-term framework for India-US engagement, today the India-US bilateral cooperation is broad-based and multi-sectoral, covering trade and investment, defense and security, education, science and technology, cyber security, high technology, civil nuclear energy, space technology and applications, clean energy, environment, agriculture and health, vibrant people-to-people interaction, and support across the political spectrum in both countries nurture our bilateral relationships. The frequency of high-level visits and exchange between the India and the US has gone up significantly of late. Prime Minister Modi visited the US on 26 to 30 September 2014. He held meetings with President Obama, members of US Congress, various states and cities in the US, and interacted with members of President Obama's cabinet. He also reached out to the captains of US commerce and industry and American civil society and think tanks and the Indian American community. A vision statement and a joint statement were issued during the visit. There is a frequent interaction between the leadership of two countries, including telephone calls and meetings on the sidelines of international summits. President Trump and Prime Minister Modi have spoken thrice over phone since the former's election in November 2016. A hotline has been established between the Prime Minister office and the US White House. The bilateral civil nuclear cooperation agreement was finalized in July 2007 and signed in October 2008. During Prime Minister Modi's visit to the US in September 2014, the two sides set up in a contact group for advancing the full and timely implementation of India-US Civil Nuclear Cooperation Agreement and to resolve pending issues, culminating a decade of partnership on civil nuclear issues. The two sides have started the preparatory work on site in India for 6 AP1000 reactors to be built by Westinghouse. Once completed, the project would be among the largest of its kind. The Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited and Westinghouse are in talks toward finalizing the contractual arrangements and addressing related issues. India-US bilateral trade in goods and services increased from 104 billion in 2014 to 114 billion in 2016. India and US have set up a bilateral investment initiative in 2014 with a special focus on facilitating FDI, portfolio investment, capital market development, and financing of infrastructure. US-India infrastructure collaboration platform has also been set up to deploy cutting-edge US technologies to meet India's infrastructure needs. Both these dialogues have held meetings in 2015. US firms will be lead partners in developing Allahabad, Ajmer, and Visakhapatnam as smart cities. The two leaders, during Prime Minister Modi's visit to the United States in June 2016, welcomed the engagement of US private sector companies in India Smart City program. USAID will serve a knowledge partner for the Urban India Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Alliance to help leverage business and civil society to facilitate access to clean water, hygiene, and sanitation in 500 Indian cities. Cooperation in education sector has been made an integral part of strategic partnership between the two countries. The Fulbright program was renewed in 2008 with enhanced mandate and joint funding to provide more student and scholar exchange grants. About 130,000 Indian students are pursuing advanced degrees in the US. The Higher Education Dialogue, which has had 4 meetings since 2011, laid out the roadmap for promoting strategic institutional partnership, deepening collaboration in research and development, fostering partnership in vocational education, and focusing on junior faculty development. This is from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Deep, for enlightening us with your thoughts regarding the foreign relations. Next, I would like to call Rishikesh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rishikesh Patel from 3rd Year Electronics and Telecommunications Department of CCP. Today, the subject what I choose is very common actually, that is afforestation. So basically, afforestation is refers to the planting of trees in the barren land to create forest. People often confuse this term with reforestation. However, they are two different things. Deforestation refers to the specific planting of trees in the forest whose trees are already decreasing. Therefore, reforestation is essentially enhancing the number of trees. And afforestation is basically creating a whole new forest. Mother Earth is constantly faced with difficulties due to human activity. For instance, the exploitation of natural resources, overpopulation, pollution, and deforestation damages the Earth severely. Therefore, measures like afforestation is practiced to prevent the further damage. The world is constantly evolving and so the pollution level. The carbon emission in the city is reaching new heights every day. More industries being set up, the larger areas of forest are being cleared up. The setup of these facilities just gives rise to deforestation. Most importantly, afforestation is something which is very economical and easy. It can help in bringing back the balance of nature. Even if one community wants to practice afforestation, we can successfully create a whole new forest. The first step has already taken. Various NGOs and government agencies are already involved. We need to create awareness about its importance to make it happen on a bigger scale. Afforestation has innumerable benefits. One cannot imagine the advantages it will bring for mankind, wildlife, as well as vegetation. When we practice afforestation, we will able to prevent soil erosion. This will in turn help in maintaining the fertility of the soil. Therefore, it will beneficial for the agriculture sector as well. Furthermore, through afforestation, we can get ample supply of timber, food, fodder, and more. It will enhance the life of our cattle and help in better crop production. Moreover, afforestation will result in better retention of water. This can prevent drought too. Okay, thank you. This is from my side.
Thank you, Rishikesh. It was great to hear about afforestation from you. Next, I would like to call Vaibhav.
Thank you, Vikram. Firstly, hello everyone. My name is Vaibhav Sukre. Today I am going to speak on the topic internet. Someone has rightly said that the world is a small place with the adverts of internet. We all know about the technical advancement happening in the world. One of major attribute technical advancement is internet. Today the internet is available easily to many individuals. Also it is rapidly changing the way we work, travel, educate and entertain. Many of you are aware of what internet facility is still. Still, I would like to highlight the aspects of internet. The internet is the facility wherever the two gadget screens are connected through signals. Thus, through this medium, the information can be exchanged between two gadgets. The internet facility has many advantages and it is proven to be milestone in technical advancement of humankind. It allows user to exchange communication and exchange information. Two users who are sitting in the distance corner of world can easily communicate through mail, chat, video conferencing by using internet. The internet also offers a facility to earn money by blogs or video blogs. But a many number of people misuse the information for fraud and illegal works. Due to the excessive use of internet in wrong hands, a number of cyber crimes are happening, which are affecting the trust of peoples on the internet. The internet has a nowadays such a important part of peoples, so it is not possible to practically possible to complete a avoid of internet. However, we can put a timeline or restriction, usually especially to children's. Thank you. This is from my side.
Thank you, Vaibhav, for sharing your knowledge regarding internet. Lastly, I would like to conclude this meeting. It was really delightful to listen your views regarding various of the topics, and I hope you also might have enjoyed. Thank you for cooperating.